Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now. This is where you get your 2A news straightforward and to the point with no bullshit added in. But real quick before I get on with today's video, once again I want to thank everybody that watched my video that I made a few days ago. The one about the two ATF agents coming to the guy's house wanting to confiscate his FRT triggers. Last night about 10 o'clock, the video reached over 500,000 views. And a lot of people watched it overnight and into Saturday morning. And as of noontime Saturday, that video now has over 600,000 views. It's just unbelievable how that video has taken off. And if by chance you're watching this video and you haven't watched that video yet, there will be a link at the end of this video so you can take a look at it. And also I want to thank all the new subscribers. So far this month, there's 3,000 new subscribers to the channel. I hope you guys enjoy the channel and watching the videos. And I appreciate all you guys' support. Alright, let's get on with today's video. You guys remember earlier this year that the big credit card companies said they were going to start tracking gun and ammo purchases. And of course they got a lot of blowback from it and a lot of feedback that wasn't good. So what did the legislators in Florida and the Florida governor do? They said F that to all that mess, and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed into law a bill that stops credit card companies from tracking gun and ammo sales. Florida Senate Bill 214 has already had a major impact on the gun store specific merchant category codes put in place by the International Standardization Organization. But now that Governor Ron DeSantis has signed the legislation into law, it will be an even bigger bulwark against the potential tracking of purchases at FFLs. Shortly after the bill was introduced, major credit card companies Visa and American Express announced that they were hitting the pause button on their adoption of the MCCs, and they named the Florida legislation as one of the several factors influencing their decision. There are bills advancing in several states related to the use of the new code. A spokesman for MasterCard said in his statement on Thursday, if passed, the proposals would create an inconsistency in how the code is applied by merchants and others. It's for that reason we've decided to pause work on the implementation of the firearm-specific MCCs. Visa also took pause because of the significant confusion and legal uncertainty that the legislative proposals have created. Now that SB 214 has been signed into law, any credit card company that tries to implement the merchant category codes for firearm retailers, listen to this, is subject to a $10,000 fine for each time the code is used. Well, at least once the law becomes effective July 1st. Hopefully the statute will never have to be put to use. But with anti-gun activists still flipping out over the apparent demise of one of their pet projects, I doubt we've seen the last of their attempts to force implementation of the codes. Those activists claim that by adopting the codes, credit card companies would be able to identify suspicious transactions and potentially prevent violent crimes from taking place. And I've said it in other videos and I'll say it now. Who gets to decide what is suspicious or not? But the companies themselves largely rejected that argument, pointing out that specific purchases would not be identified, merely the location and the amount that was spent. I think, and many others think as well, the codes themselves are really only the first step. And once they had been adopted and put into force, the anti-gunners would have come back for more, demanding the companies be able to have a look-see at exactly what you bought the next time you use your card at a local gun shop. In closing, a big thanks to Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and the Florida legislators for standing up for the rights of Floridians to exercise their fundamental freedoms without the fear of Big Brother or big banks scrutinizing their purchases and labeling them suspicious, for exercising their right to keep and bear and buy firearms and ammunition. As always, I would really like to hear your thoughts about the story in the comment section down below. And once again, I appreciate everybody's support with the channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing and hitting those post notifications. It helps the channel out tremendously, and it helps the channel grow like it's been doing for the past couple of months. And I'm very grateful for everybody that does that every time I post a video. And I invite everybody back to see the next video.